Good morning, Countess. Here, Mr. Pantherman. May I ask what are you here for this morning? I have here the to-do list for today's agenda, madam. Oh, yes, the today's agenda, yes, but do let me see. Yes? Will that be all, madam? Yes, that'll be all. Good day. Breakfast, morning coffee, morning riding, shopping, Christmas shopping, the holiday greeting. I don't have a dress for that. Well, everyone, I guess today's video, we're going to be making a Christmas dress. Now, if you excuse me, let me have my breakfast and my coffee, do all my morning reading, and then we can get started.
I began with this vintage pattern. I really like the style. I altered a truly Victorian pattern and the pattern pieces for that. I also used a velvet and satin fabric based on this pillow here. Now let's start with the skirt. So it's been a while since I did an actual video footage of me sewing anything, so I apologize for that. I also wanted to let you guys know I did have to kind of fix my machine a little bit because it has been a while since I used it. We did have an accident that I was worried about that it might be ruined after a flood, but that's a whole other story. But long story short, it works pretty fine, as you can see here. So basically what I'm doing is I just dismantled an old Halloween costume that I made years and years ago because I was on a budget and I couldn't buy brand new red satin fabric. So since I had all this extra red fabric around from a costume that I haven't worn in a long time, I decided I was going to use that. So I removed the skirt, I removed the old pleats and everything, and I just rehemmed it. Next, I started working on the pleats, the new pleats. I just pinned, fold as you see here, and then as soon as I liked how the pleats looked, I ran it through with a quick stitch just to keep it all pinned in. So when it came to the point where I was going to sew the bodice and the skirt together, they weren't going to go anywhere. Now this was pretty hard because filming and pleating at the same time was not very easy, and I wasn't sure if it was getting all on camera, so I'm sorry if there's some times where it might be a little off, but so far from what I can see, since I'm watching it while doing this overview, it looks like it's all on camera. So I did a pretty good job for pleating on cam for the first time. So yeah, I did have to redo some pleats from time to time, and then I did have to alter the back a bit because the skirt was a little too small for the bodice, so I did have to alter the front and back of the skirt, so I kept some of the pleating that I did as best as I could and made it look as natural as possible. It turned out pretty good in the end, at least for me, as best as I can do. It still looks good in the end, wait till you see. So now that you've seen the skirt, I think it's time that we focus on the bodice. So here are some clips of the bodice pieces. I just cut them out after I altered the pieces with some gift wrap paper. And like I said, I fused them with a truly Victorian pattern and the vintage pattern, and I got these pieces. And next, I just stitched them all together. I first did a quick pin stitch to everything to keep it all in place. Well, my version of pin stitching is basically attaching the pieces together all by hand and then just running it all through with a sewing machine. After I did that, I checked everything just to see if it was okay, because I was using a machine with velvet, first time with velvet, and I've heard all the scary stories about sewing with velvet, but this velvet was pretty submissive. I really liked it. I wish I knew what type of velvet brand this was, because the velvets that I've used in the past were not of this nice quality. And in all honesty, if I were to find this fabric, I guarantee you it's probably 36 or more a yard. So here's a photo of the fully put together bodice. Now it's time to put it to the skirt. And this is the footage of me attaching the velvet bodice to the skirt. Short and sweet. I did have some difficulties, but I skipped out all that footage because it was just driving me crazy. And then all that was left was adding the zipper, which I did by hand. And I guess you guys would like to see the reveal. Well, here it is. And here we are, the finished result. It just turned out amazing. I love this combo of velvet and satin. I added these lovely accessories, including this belt that I made with an elastic band that I colored with fabric paint, and I even made a false buckle. I added the accessories, as you can see here. I'm modeling them off. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And speaking of Christmas and holidays, stay tuned for a special message from me. Bye-bye.